Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Monday. We're happy to be with you. This evening, we're going to stretch out our muscles and become elongated through arm and leg and torso and spine. Hopefully, doing this, you'll be able to also find some peace of mind and be able to enjoy the beginnings of a nice evening. So we're going to go ahead and start just seated. And close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in. And as you do, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, release your chin down to your chest. And as you inhale, lift your chin. And as you exhale, release your chin down to your chest again. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower your chin down to your chest. Roll your right ear to your right shoulder, keeping your spine straight and your abs pulled in, your shoulders relaxed. And lower your chin down to your chest and take it over to the other side. Again, lifting up tall through their spine and lower down, chin to your chest. Again, bring the right ear over to the right shoulder and then bring the chin to meet the shoulder. Release the ear back down to the shoulder and roll down, chin to the center. Slowly rolling the left ear to the left shoulder and turning the chin to meet the shoulder. The ear goes back down and the chin rolls down to the center. Take a nice deep breath in as you bring your arms overhead and your gaze goes up high. Open the arms to the side with the chest to the ceiling, gaze is high. Lift the arms back up and exhale as you bring the arms down to the sides and your chin to the chest. Inhaling again as you bring your arms overhead. Open the arms to the sides with your chest leading up to the ceiling. Bring the arms overhead and lower the chin down to the chest as the arms descend. Take the right arm and bring it up and over to the side, feeling that nice stretch from hip to fingertip. And inhale as you lift and exhale to the other side. Inhaling again as you bring that right arm over, pressing into the right hip and reaching out through the right arm. And inhale as you straighten, exhaling as you reach to the other side. Inhale as you bring both hands overhead. Turn your gaze high, lifting the chest to the ceiling. And then curling through that upper spine, bringing the elbows into the chest. Again, inhale as you lift up, lifting the chest to the ceiling, a little mini back bend. And then bring the elbows into the chest. Inhale as you open the arms out to the side. Take your right arm and bring it to the outside of the left leg, turning your gaze back as you spinal twist. Coming center with the arms and sweeping in the opposite direction. Again, coming center, the right hand goes to the outside of the left leg, the gaze goes to the back. And open center and let the left hand go to the outside of the right leg. Coming to the middle, take your right arm and reach it up and around. Good. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you descend. Inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you descend. Take a nice slow rotation, keeping the chest and the hips forward, letting the arm do the work. And let's take it to the other side. Reach out and up and around. Feeling that rotation through the shoulder, the opening of the chest. And last one. Bring it down to the side. Deep breath in as you bring your arms overhead. And exhale the arms down to the side. Bring your hands in front of you, coming onto hands and knees. The fingertips are widespread. The knees are right under the hips and the wrists right under the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop the belly and lift the chest. And then curl the hips under, lifting up through that upper back. And again, pass through a neutral spine to that drop belly with that open chest. And curl the hips under, lifting through the upper back into a lift through the upper back. Come to a neutral spine, take a nice deep breath, and bring your right arm out to the side of the ear, reaching long from shoulder to fingertip and lower down. Take a nice deep breath in and bring your opposite arm up. Keeping that spine nice and straight, lower it down. Take a deep breath and extend that left leg out behind you. Hips are parallel, reaching long from hip to toe and lower. And the right leg reaches out behind. Hips are dropped to a parallel position. Extend from hip to toe. Release. Taking a nice deep breath. We're going to put the arms and the legs together. If you prefer, you could do just arms or just legs. Deep breath in and then raise your right arm and left leg, fully extending it out. And lower. And take it to the left arm and the right leg, fully reaching in each direction. And lower down. Take a nice deep breath in and bring your heels together and the hips back to the heels, reaching long through the arms, fingertips walking away from the body. Then place your hands down, curl the toes under, and lift the hips high in your downward dog, walking the heels. And pressing both heels down into the mat. Sliding forward into your plank. Now you can modify this by dropping down onto the knees as well. And I'm going to turn to the side so that you can have a better visual. Bend at the elbows and lower down to your croc. Fully lower down, roll the shoulder blades together, and you could stay in a modified cobra or press up into a full cobra. Curl the toes under, lift the hips high, and press into your downward dog. Sliding forward again into your plank with straight legs or drop knees. Lower down to your croc. Rolling the shoulders back for your cobra. Curling the toes under and lifting up into your downward dog. Let's take that movement one more time from your plank. Pulling the elbows in tight to your croc. Cobra or your up dog, where everything's lifted off the floor. Curl the toes under and lift up into your downward dog, walking the heels. And both heels press down into the mat. Bend both legs, take your right leg and bring it forward into lunge. Now the knee is right over the ankle. The back leg is fully extended and the chest is right over the thigh. Let your hips descend and then turn that back foot to a 45-degree angle and rotate the arms up into a warrior two. The hips are open. The head is stacked right over the shoulders, the rib cage and the hips all in one line. Reach out long through the arms. Turn the palm up with the front hand. Extend out through the torso and then up to the ceiling. Release that front arm to that front leg and full extension through that back arm to the wall in front. And bring it back to your warrior two. Take that back arm, swivel it around, turning the foot and lowering down into your warrior one. Bringing the arms around, hands right next to the foot, and the front foot is going to go back to your downward dog, walking the heels, pressing down into both heels. Then take a nice deep breath, bringing your left leg forward into your lunge. Turn the back foot to that 45-degree angle and rotate the arms up to your warrior two. Turn the palm up, reach forward the wall in front of you, and then lift up to the ceiling, feeling that nice stretch through the torso. And then lower down. Front hand comes to the leg, back arm reaches to the wall in front, gaze to the ceiling. Coming back to your warrior two with both arms extended. Take that back arm, swivel it around, turning the back foot, lowering deeper into your lunge. And lowering the arms down to the next to the foot. Bringing that back foot forward to meet the front and lower the chest to the thighs. Bending at the knees and slowly rolling up to a stand. Inhale as you lift all the way up. Bringing the hands together, feet together as you lower down into a squat. Press the palms together, elbows wide. Lift up to a stand. A little arch through the upper back, reaching tall through the fingertips. And exhaling as you come down again. Maybe this time you come a little bit lower. And inhale as you lift all the way up, arms coming overhead. And exhaling again, pressing the palms together. Take a deep breath as you take your left elbow and bring it to the outside of the right leg, bringing the hands to the center line of the chest. Feeling that nice spinal twist. Return to a straight position. Lift up high to the ceiling again. And lower the hands down as you come into that deep squat. Bringing the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Hands coming to the center line of the chest. Coming back to the middle. And inhale as you lift the arms overhead. Bring the arms all the way around. Drop the chest down over the legs into your forward fold. Bring your right leg back in lunge. Turn the back foot to that 45-degree angle and rotate it back up to your warrior two. Turn the palm up, reach out, this time extending that front leg as you lift up. Hand to the ceiling, reaching further back. And coming all the way forward, back arm, reaching forward, the front arm can rest on the leg, or maybe it lowers to the floor. Coming back to your warrior two. Back arm swivels around with the foot to warrior one. Lowering the hands to prayer. Lifting up through the chest, pressing back through the heel. Inhale as you lift all the way up, bringing the arms around, hands right next to the foot, taking the front foot and lifting it back to your warrior or to your downward dog. Walking the heels. And dropping both heels down. Bend the knees. Take the left foot forward into your lunge. Turn that back foot to a 45-degree angle and rotate it up to your warrior two. Now I'm always showing the same side, but you should be alternating right and left. Turn the palm up, extend out, and lift up to the ceiling. Straightening the leg. And lowering down into that lunge, back arm coming around, front arm resting on the leg, or fully reaching to the floor. Coming back up into your warrior two. Back arm swiveling around with the foot, arms reaching overhead as you descend further, pushing back into the heel. And the hands covering low into your prayer position. Bringing the arms around next to the foot and pressing up into your downward dog. Walking the heels. Press both heels down. Drop the knees wide, the hips drop and the chest comes forward. Extend the legs and back and lift the chest. And then bring the heels together and press back through the torso into your extended child's pose. Coming forward again, straightening out the legs, lifting up through the chest, gaze goes to the ceiling. And again, bring the hips back to the heels, reaching out through the arms. Again, lifting up, extending the legs, lifting up through the torso. Maybe you curl the toes under and extend through the legs. And then bringing the heels together and the hips back to the heels. Coming forward, dropping those hips, curling the toes under and lifting up to your downward dog. Bend both knees. Take a right side lunge and turn the toes to the corners. The hands are right under the shoulders. Drop that back knee. Take the right arm and reach it up and around in a spinal twist. Reversing the arm up and around. Extending the back leg. And bringing the front leg to meet the back in downward dog. Bend both knees and take the left side lunge. Toes to the corners. Hands right under the shoulders. Drop the back knee. And take that left arm and reach it up and around. Bring that back arm up, right next to the other arm. Extend through the back leg and bring the front leg back to your downward dog. Let's do that again, bending the knees. Right side lunge, dropping through that back leg, lifting the chest, bringing the arm up and around, and maybe you can lift that back foot up towards the ceiling as you reach for it with your hand. And then release the leg, bringing the arm around, lifting up to your downward dog, and taking it to the other side. Left lunge, toes to the corner, dropping the knee, lifting the chest, inhaling as you bring the arm around, and exhaling, and maybe you lift the foot, reach for it with the fingers. And release. The arm comes back around, extend the back leg, bring that front leg to the back in your downward dog. Drop the knees wide, hips come forward, and hips come back. Hips come forward again, and curl the toes under and left to your downward dog. Let's take that right leg all the way up to the ceiling in a three-legged dog, and lower, and left leg lifts, and lowers. Right leg is going to go high up to the ceiling in that downward dog, that three-legged dog. And then as you come forward, come to your plank with your knee to your chest. Coming back up to your three-legged dog with your leg extended to the ceiling. This time as you come to your plank, bring your knee to your elbow and back up to the ceiling. Again, coming forward to your plank with your knee to your chest and to the ceiling. And one more time, coming to the outside, knee to the elbow and back to the ceiling. Lowering both feet down, dropping the knees wide, bringing the hips back to the heels, releasing. Maybe if you're ready, you need a little wrist stretch here. Just roll those wrists around. And then again, fully extend through the arms. Coming up onto your hands and knees, curl the toes under, lift the hips high. Left leg lifts all the way up to the ceiling. Then come forward, knee to the chest in your plank. Back up, leg tied to the ceiling. And then knee comes to the elbow in your plank. Again, lift up high. And knee comes to the chest. Lifting the leg up to the ceiling. And the knee comes to your plank and outside of the elbow. Last time, lifting it up to the ceiling. Bringing both feet down. Press into the heels. Drop the knees wide. Press back into extended child's pose. Rolling it up to a seated position. Rolling the wrists. Taking a nice deep breath in. Arms releasing to the side. Coming off onto the hips, bringing the legs around. Let's drop the knees to one side and turning the gaze to the other. Then come back to the center. Lift the knees straight to the other side with a spinal twist. Coming back to the center, and just turn my timer off. Again, dropping the legs and turning the gaze. And bring it back to the center and reverse. Coming back to your middle, extend the legs long and bring the arms overhead. Exhale as you reach out over the legs. Roll up through the back to a seated position with a straight spine, arms coming overhead. Exhaling again as you reach out over the legs. Rolling it up. Inhaling as you lift. One more time. Exhale as you tip forward. Rolling up through the spine. Inhale as you lift through the arms. Bring the arms down to the side and bend the knees. Reaching the arms forward, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. And bring the right leg into the chest. The left leg is fully extended. Bring the right leg all the way up to the ceiling and pull it in a little bit closer to the chest. And then let the leg travel out to the side and counterbalance with your left arm extended. Flex the foot and point the toes as you lower the foot down. Lift it up to the ceiling and out to the side. Lifting up to the ceiling, around out to the side and down to the foot, making big circles with that leg. And letting it rest down in a full extension. The left knee comes up, arms wrapping around the leg, pulling the knee into the chest. And then extend the leg up to the ceiling and give a gentle pull, either behind the thigh or the calf or the foot. And then let the left leg open out to the side as the right arm counterbalances out to the side. And then starting those big circles, lowering the leg down, lifting up, out to the side. Maybe you flex the foot as you bring it down to meet the other foot, and then point as you travel up. And again, out to the side with that flex, pointing up to the ceiling. And one more time, take it out and around. This time, bringing both knees up to the chest. The nice flat back, keep the tailbone low. Drop the knees over to the left, gaze goes to the right with the arm. Coming back to the center, letting the knees drape to the right and gaze to the left. Coming back to the center, extend one leg out and then the other, bringing both arms overhead. Reach in each direction as you point the toes. Squeeze the calves, the knees, the thighs, the glutes. Reach fully out through the arms, reach out through the fingertips. And then release. Letting the arms travel down next to the thighs. The legs naturally roll out to the sides. Close your eyes. Nice deep breath in. And fully exhale out. And inhale in. And exhale out. Taking several more deep breaths in. and out. And last deep breath. Releasing the breath. Closing your eyes. And if you've returned to a seated position, bring your hands together. If you're still lying on your back, feel the shoulder blades pressing into the floor and the backs of the palms into the ground. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I enjoyed our Mindful Mondays. I hope that you can now enter the rest of the evening with a sense of peace and elongated muscles and some well-deserved rest. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.